फक्त व्हिडिओ ऑफ करून दे.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
So nice to see all of you.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Hello everyone.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
We'll wait for 2 minutes before we can.
Ashali auntie.
Hello Sanvi. We'll wait for all your friends to join in and we will start. Okay.
Okay.
All of you can see me clearly?
Yes.
Great. I can see you all too.
ID नहीं है ना आज. Ma'am, today Namita ma'am is not going.
No, it is just me today.
To tell the stories, auntie.
No, it's just me today, no one else. Of course, and all of you. So we begin our session in about a minute's time because we always wait for 5 minutes, right, before we begin. And like I always tell all of you, hello. Yes, and like I tell you every time, before we begin our stories today, I will tell you one more time, but everybody goes on mute, all right? So that you all can hear me very carefully and we don't hear sounds from your houses, okay? Done? Show me with a thumbs up. When the story begins, there is time for the story to begin, but once the story begins, we will all go on mute other than me, so that we don't have any other background noises while I tell the story. Okay, some of your friends are still coming in. I'll just take everyone in. Okay. So today's session is going to be a little special. We are going to start from a very different way than we usually start our sessions. What are we going to do? Where's everybody? I can't see them.
We're going to start with a prayer.
Just give me a minute. More children are coming in. I don't want to start the session and miss adding them. Okay, just give me a minute. I will be with all of you.
You can just say hello first.
Yes, you can all say your hellos.
Hi.
Hi. You know, children, Ganesh Utsav has already started. This year, Ganesh Utsav is a little different. We're all celebrating only in our houses. We're not going out to see the different Ganpati idols everywhere. There is less noise and music everywhere. There's less crowd on the roads. But Ganesha is very happy because wherever you are praying to him and wishing him the best, and he's wishing the best for you. And I know that all of you know the story of how Ganesha got his head. So I'm not going to tell you that story today. But before we begin our session, I will let you know that when Shiva got the head for Ganesha, Parvati was very angry that, he had chopped off the head. So she said that she would destroy the whole universe because Shiva had cut off his head. And that's when Shiva promised her that I will get a good head for him, but please don't destroy the world. And I promise you that from now, whenever people want to start doing anything, they will first join their hands and they will pray to Ganesha. They will first pray to Ganpati. So we are going to start our story session today, and we want our session to go very well. We don't want any problems in between. We don't want no internet connection. We don't want lights to go. We don't want everybody making noises. And we want to tell Ganesha, let our session go really, really well. Right? So to do that, let's all join our hands together. The ones who are lying down and listening to the stories also, can you all sit upright? If you're sitting on comfortable couches and sofas, just for some time, like me, sit up straight. You can fold your legs. I have folded my legs up. You can fold your legs up. I can see Hamsika. She's getting all ready to fold her legs up and sit up straight. I saw Raghav also get up. That's great. Wonderful. And once you all get up, I want you to join your hands. All of you can join your hands. And we will all say Om 3 times. Can we do that together? You can all unmute. I want to hear. Ganesha should be able to hear. 45 children are saying Om for him.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Not that way. Wait, together. First, all of you join your hands. I can see all of you. Yes, join your hands. All of you close your eyes. Try not to open like this and look at me. Don't look at me like this, okay? Yeah. Shut your eyes. I know all of you are naughty children. When I tell you close your eyes, that time you will feel like scratching your head and opening your eyes and scratching your nose and everything. Yeah? So join your hands. Let's all shut our eyes and say along with me, okay? Take a deep breath. Now we want to hear only Om. We don't want to hear anything else. Okay, now we don't want to hear Bagna Reka, Jana Reka, Yena Reka, nothing. We are just going to, all of us are going to say Om together. So at the count of two, 1, 2, take a deep breath. Breathe in. Rub your palms. Rub your palms. Shut your eyes. Pull your cheeks. And kiss yourselves. So, welcome to the special Ganpati session of Katha Mehfil. And like we promised that we're going to have 8 wonderful, incredible stories. Before we start, all my children will on their own go on mute. I'll give you 20 seconds to go on mute.
I have one doubt.
Who is that with a doubt? Swaroop. Yes.
So, because you are going to tell 8 stories today, you are not sending Ganpati stories or what?
I have a surprise for you in the end. That's a very good question, and I knew somebody will ask me that. Okay, so let's begin. Let's all go on mute, and Swaroop, I am going to answer your question, but at the end of the session. You'll wait, no? Great. So now whatever we talk to each other with thumbs up. Right? Okay. Now, before we begin, mute everybody, mute everybody. Before we begin our session today with the stories, we all know what Ganesha looks like. We know he has a big elephant head. We know he has big ears. He has a trunk. He has 2 eyes. He has 1.5 tusks. He has a small mouth, a big belly. Sometimes in some pictures you see a snake tied around his belly, and he has 6 hands. And in some pictures you will see 4 hands. So before I go into our stories, I want to tell you that why does Ganesha have the elephant head? Why did Shiva choose an elephant head for Ganesha? Now, when he lost his head and Shiva and Vishnu went hunting for a head, they saw that the elephant was the most fearless, the most royal animal in the jungle. Also, whenever there is a problem, like an obstacle or tree in front of him, the elephant can break the tree. So he can break any problem that comes in the way. Okay, whoever is there, I would request you to please go on mute. All the children go on mute. Yeah. Also, Ganesha or the elephant is known for his strength. And so, Ganesha got his elephant head. Now, the big head tells us that we have to be wise. His big ears tell us that we have to listen good things. And we have to listen well when somebody talks to us. We should not be looking here and there. Listen. The 2 eyes that are there, they tell us we should focus properly in what we are doing. Whatever we are doing, we should do it with full focus and concentration. The long nose, it tells us that we should succeed in what we do. And we should be able to do everything. Do you know that the elephant is the only animal that can do so many things with its trunk? It can smell, it can eat, it can drink, it can have a bath, and it can do work. Just with one trunk. So, whatever you do it well, says the trunk. The small mouth says, talk less, listen more. Blah, 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 less, and listen more. And when you talk lovely things and kind words to everyone. Then comes the big belly of Ganesha. Have you ever seen a thin Ganpati?
No.
He won't look so good. Ganesha looks beautiful and handsome and wonderful because he has his nice big belly. And that nice big belly is actually to say that always be happy like a full stomach. You know, when you have a nice meal, you feel so happy. That way. And keep adding lots of happiness to yourself. Now the hands. Okay. In one hand, he holds an ankusha. In one hand, he holds a pasa. There are two different weapons that he holds. And both those weapons actually teach you to calm your mind, to keep calm. Just because I have a weapon, I can't go fighting with everybody, no? Right? I will use it only when I need it. So to keep calm. The tasty modak says that if you do everything well, there is always a reward waiting for you. And the sweetness you can really enjoy. And the one hand which does this says that you're always blessed. In some photos, you will see the hand, one hand is this way, one hand is this way. It also means that I'm blessing you, but when you take something from people, also give. Be kind enough to give to people. So this is our wonderful Ganesha. Now, when I say 8 incredible stories of Ganpati, I have chosen stories which I have not told you in Katha Mehfil. And I have chosen stories which I think not many children know. Because everybody knows stories of Kartikaya, everybody knows stories of Mango, they know of Ganpati's head, and they know Analasur, and they know all of this. I'm going to tell you a story which has the history behind the 8 most important Ganeshas. You will say, Auntie, but Ganesha is only one. How are there 8 Ganeshas? Now, these 8 Ganeshas are called Ashtavinayak. Ashta means 8. Have you heard of Ashtavinayak ever from your grandmother or your grandfather or anybody? Have you heard?
Yeah.
Show me with thumbs up if you've heard. Don't mute yourself. Just show me with a thumbs up. And if you have not heard, it's okay. I'm going to tell you today. Right? So, the story of the Ashtavinayak, I will start. But before that, I will ask you, have you heard this song? Sukha karta dukha harta vata vignachi. Nurvi Purvi Prema Krupa Jayachi.
Yes.
Isn't that the Aarti?
Yeah.
Hey,
Rohit,
Ganesha is saying, why did you unmute? Ganesha is asking, you all forgot you're supposed to be mute and only use your thumbs up to talk to me now. So much excitement. Yeah, everybody. We will talk at the end, okay? This song was written by Sant Ramdas from the Bhakti Marg. I know all of you know Bhakti Marg also, right? From all our stories, you know Bhakti Marg also. So Sant Ramdas wrote this story. Okay, those who don't know, in Katha Mehfil, there are stories of Sant Tukaram, Jnaneshwar. We are all Bhakti Marg saints. All right. So there are 8 Ganeshas, and it is said that if you want to take the darshan of the 8 Ganeshas, you must visit all the 8 together. You have to start from one Ganesha, go to the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and then come back to the 1st. Each of these Ganesha temples is unique because the idol is not made by man. Man has not made this idol. It is a Swayambhu. Swayambhu means something which is formed on its own. Like a stone, it may have looked like a Ganesha. Alright. So, these 8 Ganeshas are very, very famous, and many people from all over India and many people from around the world also come to visit and take darshan of these 8 Ganeshas, the Ashtavinayak. And do you know where this Ashtavinayak is? In and around Pune, where most of us stay, or where I stay. I come from Pune. All right. So the first Ashtavinayak, are you ready to listen to the first story? Yes. And to answer Swaroop's question, because we are doing 8 stories, we will be doing these stories in short. And in Katha Mehfil, I will be telling all these stories in detail. That's why I didn't tell Ganesha stories for so many days. Swaroop, your question is answered? I can see Swaroop smiling. That's great. So, to begin with the story, 1 minute. Again, I lost my camera. Yeah. The first of the Ashtavinayak is called the Mayureshwar temple. Mayur means peacock, right? Or Moreshwar. It means peacock. Now, they say that long ago, there was a guru, a sage, by the name of Kashyap. And Kashyap had 2 children. Both the children, unfortunately, died when they were very young. Kashyap's wife was very sad that she didn't have any more children. She cried and she didn't eat for many days together, and she was very upset. Now, Kashyap could not see his wife, so sad. And so he decided that he will gift her an egg. An egg? Kashyap said, I cannot gift you a child, but I will give you an egg from which a bird will come. And that bird will be our little son. He'll be a bird at times and he will be our son at times. Kashyap's wife was very happy. It was a nice, beautiful egg. One day, when Ganesha came visiting, by mistake, he broke the egg. And out of the egg came a peacock or a more or a mayur. When Kashyap saw this, he was very angry, very furious that Ganesha broke the egg. And so, the peacock could not turn into a boy. It remained a peacock. He knew that his wife would be really upset. That's why he had a battle with Ganesha. And when Kashyap and Ganesha had a battle, there was a lot of destruction. Many things around were destroyed. It was finally Kashyap's wife who came in the middle and said, enough now, please don't fight. Don't fight anymore, stop all this. Okay, now at least we have a peacock in the name of a son. I don't want to lose him. Kashyap and his wife go to the peacock and ask him, where would you like to be? Would you like to be with us? Or would you like to be with Ganesha? And the peacock chose to be with Ganesha. And he said, whenever I feel like, I will come to visit you. But he told Ganesha, look, I am coming with you. So from today, people will also call you Moreshwar or Mayureshwar. Promise? And Ganesha said, Arey wah, I get another name. I am more than happy to be called Moreshwar or Mayureshwar. And the first temple is the Moreshwar temple or the Mayureshwar temple in the Ashtavinayak. And like I told you, it's a Swayambhu. So all these Ganeshas are in the form of a rock. And people started worshipping them. Now we will go to the second story. That means you have to sit in your car, take darshan of Moreshwar and say, okay, bye-bye Moreshwar. Now we are going to the second temple in the Ashtavinayak. And which is the second one? The second one is called the Siddha Take. You know what is Siddha? Siddha means to attain knowledge, to gain knowledge. Now, there were two horrible, terrible asuras. All of you I know because of Katha Mehfil, you know who are asuras, demons.
Very like that story was there, no?
I would like all of you to please be on mute. The second place, there are two asuras by the name Madhu and Kaitab. And both these asuras cause a lot of problem to the people on earth. People go and pray to Lord Vishnu and they say, Vishnu, please, only you can help us. You have to help us destroy these two demons because they are really harassing us a lot. Now Vishnu realized that no matter what he did, he was not able to destroy these two asuras at all. No matter what he did. Finally, he remembered that he can ask Shiva's advice or maybe meditate to get the knowledge and the power to be able to defeat these two asuras. So he meditated. He meditated on top of a mountain which was called the Siddha Take. Tekadi, as in the mountain, right? You know Tekadi mountain, all of you? So Vishnu meditated on top of Siddha Take and Ganesha came to meet him. And Ganesha said, oh my friend, you need help, is it? To destroy these two asuras? I will help you. And he gave some ideas that Vishnu could use to destroy these two asuras, Madhu and Kaitab. And so, from this day, the Ganpati who is in Siddha Take is known as Siddhi Vinayak. Means the Vinayak who got Siddhi, who got knowledge. So another name for Ganesha. Ganesha said, Arey wah, Moreshwar, Mayureshwar, Vinayak, Ganpati, Ganesh, Siddhi Vinayak. Already 6 names. Ganpati cannot be happier. Imagine for everything he did, he got a new name. How wonderful is that? Now we sit in our cars and we move ahead. But before we move ahead, I'll tell you something very special about the Siddha Take temple. In the Siddha Take temple, it was built by Vishnu and he built 4 doors for this temple in 4 different directions. And you will see a rock idol of Ganesha which is placed inside. And people pray to this Ganesha and they call him not Ganesha, they call him Siddhi Vinayak. The first name was Moreshwar, the second name was Siddhi Vinayak. I want you all to remember, I'm going to quiz you after this. Let me see if you can remember these names. The next is called the Ballareshwar temple. This is a tongue twister for many people. I also kept practicing it all day so I don't mess up the name. Now this temple, they say, is in the shape of a Shri. You know, if you write, the ones who are little older children, you can write Shri in Hindi or Marathi. They say the shape of this temple is almost like the shape of Shri. Now, all of you, if you've heard of the name Hiranyakashipu and Narsimha Avatar, can you put your thumbs up? Some of you know, some of you don't know. Now, Hiranyakashipu was a very, very demon kind of a king who did not like his son to pray to Vishnu. His son's name was Prahalad. Now, in the same way, there was one man called Kalyan Shet in a village. And his son always prayed to Ganpati. And his son's name was Ballal. He always prayed to Ganesha. Anything happened, he prayed. He prayed all day. Now, Kalyan Shet was irritated. What is this every time praying to Ganesha, 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 Ganesha? Enough is enough now. But Ballal had a lot of faith in Ganesha. And he did not want to stop praying to him. His father wanted him to stop. One day, his own father was so angry with him, he pulled Ballal out of the house, dragged him into the forest, and tied him with a rope around a tree. How treacherous, how mean, just because he was praying to Ganesha. Kalyan Shet felt that this is ridiculous, wasting your time praying to Ganpati. What is Ganpati going to do for you? And so he got angry and he tied his son around the tree. Ballal was a young boy and he still believed in Ganpati. The ropes hurt him. They peeled his skin. It pressed against his stomach. He really felt like crying. He was so hurt. But he continued to pray to Ganesha. Jai Ganesh, Shri Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Shri Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Shri Ganesha, hoping that his Ganesha would come to help him. And Ganesha did. He disguised himself like a monk, a Brahmin, and he came and he rescued Ballal. Ballal knew that this was no ordinary man. He bowed in front of him and he told Ganesha, he told the Brahmin, "Can you show me your true form? I want to see who you are. I want to know who you are." And that's when Ganesha stood in his true form. And Ballal was very happy to see him. And the tree where Ballal was tied, there was a big stone next to the tree. Ballal requested one small thing to Ganesha. He said, "Ganesha, can you put your hand on this stone and give us some of your power so we will always remember you under this tree, in this stone?" And so, if you go and when you go to the Ballaleshwar temple in Pali, you will see that there is a stone in the shape of a Ganesha. If you look carefully, it will look like it has got a trunk, little ears and everything. And that's how Ballaleshwar temple in Pali is the third of the Ashtavinayak. Okay? Are you tired or can we go ahead to the next?
Go ahead to the next.
Go ahead to the
Who is that talking? Great, I'll go ahead to the next. We are going off to the fourth Ganpati. And this Ganpati, actually from Pune, if you take your car and you drive down and you go towards Bombay and you take a little turn in a different road, you'll reach this place. And this place is called Mahad. And I'll tell you the story of Mahad Ganpati. Now, Mahad Ganpati is also like a stone. And this stone, about 400 years ago, was found underwater in a lake. There was a Subedar. There was a very rich man in that village who found this underwater when he was going boating and his oars were stuck. And when he removed it, they found the big rock, the idol. And it looked like Ganesha. And the Subedar decided to put this and turn it into a temple. But there is a story of Ganesha here and how Ganpati gets one more name. Now, before this rock was formed, many years ago, when none of us were here on this planet, there was a man by the name Gritsma. Very different name, Gritsma. Now, he used to live in a Brahmin family and they used to pray to God and do puja and they used to go to everybody's houses and offer prayers. One day, he realized that he was not the real son of his parents. And when people came to know, they all said, "Are Gritsma, you're not a monk, you're not a Brahmin, you can't do puja, go away man from here." Poor Gritsma was very upset. He said, "But my parents, my father has taught me everything. I know everything. Why are you saying this to me?" He was very hurt, he was very heartbroken. His mother and father tried to convince him to come back, but he didn't listen, because whenever he went to offer prayers, all the people kicked him out. So he was very disappointed, he was very upset. He went and began meditating in the Pushpak forest. And he meditated and he prayed and he prayed and he prayed until Lord Ganesha was very impressed with him. He was very, very happy with what the prayers that Gritsma had offered. He stood in front of Gritsma and said, "Vats means little boy, tell me, what do you wish?" And what did Gritsma say? Gritsma said, "Hey Ganesha, please let everybody know that I am a Brahmin, I am a monk, I know all the scriptures and I am good at what I do. Please grant me this wish. Please grant me a boon that nobody will make fun of me anymore." And Ganesha said, "Tathastu," means so be it. Your wish is my command. Like how a genie says, that way. And because Ganesha granted the wish that Gritsma wanted, a wish or a boon is called a Vardhan. I want a Vardhan. That's why Ganesha is also known as Varada Vinayaka. Another new name. What are the names? Moreshwar, Ballaleshwar. I can't remember the other one. Siddhi Vinayak, Varada Vinayak. Right? Varada Vinayak. I can see all of you saying them while I'm saying them. Beautiful. So that's how Ganesha, who granted the boon to Gritsma, got a new name, which was Varada Vinayaka. Now, when you take the darshan of Varada Vinayaka, make sure you ask for whatever wish you want. And make a sensible wish. Remember to be wise like Ganesha's head. Don't make a wish like, "I want to have a chocolate while going home. I want to eat popcorn. I want to get a new dress. I want a new mobile phone." Don't make those kinds of wishes. Make a wish that will last long and will make you really happy. And Varada Vinayaka will grant you that wish. So think of a very sensible wish when you make one. Yes, like Aladdin who grants the wish. Yes, that's how Ganesha granted the wish to Gritsma. Now we go to the 5th Ganesha temple. The 5th Ganesha temple is in the opposite direction. If you are from Pune, or if you are not, if you know Solapur Road, a place called Solapur, you know, when you go to Hyderabad or when you go to Chennai or when you go down south, you have to take the Solapur Road and go. On the Solapur Road, there's a very big sugar factory. It is called the Theur Sugar Factory. And in this Theur Sugar Factory, or in Theur, is the 5th temple, which is called the Chintamani Temple. That is the 5th name of Ganesha, Chintamani. And I'll tell you how he got that name. All of you ready to listen? Yes, I can see like big heads going, bobbing up and down like this, waiting for the story. Now, there was a very, very, very greedy Asura who wanted to get everybody's wealth. He was not interested in food. He wanted to accumulate a lot of wealth. He wanted to collect a lot of jewels, lots of money, lots of wealth. His name was Guna. And one day, from a rishi called Chintamani, he stole, once from a sage, he actually stole a jewel called the Chintamani. The name of the rishi was Kapila. By mistake, I said Chintamani. It's called Kapila. When Kapila Rishi lost his Chintamani, he looked for it everywhere. It was a very precious jewel and it had been passed from one generation to the other to him. It It was very precious and he held it very close to his heart. He knew that Guna had taken it after some time. But then he was just a rishi. He couldn't defeat Guna. He prayed to Ganpati. He prayed to Ganesha to come and help him save or at least bring back the Chintamani. And Ganesha did. He fought Guna Asura very bravely and defeated him and got the Chintamani and brought it back to Kapila. And when he got to sage Kapila, what do you think the sage did? Oh, yeah, thank you. I got it. I'll keep it. No. He made it into a beautiful chain and he gifted it to Ganesha itself. He wanted Ganesha to have the Chintamani, the beautiful jewel. If you go and when you go to the Theur temple, make sure to see closely if on the Swayambhu and on the rock which looks like Ganesha, there will be a Chintamani, the necklace which will have the jewel on it. And that's how Ganesha got his other name, which is Chintamani.
Okay.
Okay. Right. You know what we will do? I've told you 5 stories till now. Now, this temple is under or very close to a Kadamba tree. This is where the Chintamani was gifted to Ganesha. The remaining 3 stories I will tell you in just about a minute so that you will get a little tiny break before going into many more stories. And in the meantime, I want you all to quickly tell me some of the names that you know of Ganesha, not just the ones I have told you, even the ones that you already know. Tavya, my daughter, is saying Ekadanta. So that way there are so many names for Ganesha. Right? Before we go into the 6th story. Moria, Omkar. You start telling. You can say the name or you can type it. I can see it. Ganaraya. Gauri Vinayak. Yes, because he was Gauri's daughter, Gauri's son. Vignaraja. Somebody said Mushika Vahana, sitting on Mushaka. Bolna Nimai. Atharva, yes, Atharva. Ekadanta. Pramoda. Vakratunda, somebody said Vakratunda, beautiful. Where is that from? Lambodara, very nice. Lambodara. Ganga, wait. Everybody else is also telling. Wait.
Vignahar.
Vignaharta, yes.
Vakratunda.
Vakratunda. आणि माहित नसेल तर काहीच हरकत नाही. आता मी सांगितलेली नावं पण सांगू शकता.
महागणपती.
सुखकर्ता. Very pretty, Kashvi. I can see it. It's lovely. Any more names? Chaturbhuja. Very nice. Ganpati. Mandar. Gajanana. Mahaganapati. Heramba. Mangesh. I don't think Mangesh is the name of Ganpati.
Ma'am, Lambodara.
Ameya, Lambodara. Oh, right.
Atharva.
Beautiful. You know so many names. That's wonderful. Avidnya. Gajapati. That's right, Prisha. Prisha, yes. So Prisha is telling all of us that Ganpati has 108 names, which is right.
108 names.
Yes, 108 names. So you can find out all these 108 names. For every name you find out, you can eat one modak. So that after 108 names, you will have a big stomach like Ganesha.
God, teacher. Sorry, but I was late. Ma'am, I have ears like Ganesha.
You have ears like Ganesha, do you? Okay.
Like long. My birthday, brother, and my birthday.
Okay. Now, yes, we will all go again on mute. We have only 15-20 minutes left for the next set of stories. To be?
I have sent some names on the chat.
Okay, I will read them on the chat. Thank you, darling. Okay, let's all go mute. Let's all go mute. I'll go with the next stories. Now, we all know that Parvati. मीरा तू प्रश्न विचारलायस? मी एक गोष्ट संपल्यानंतर सांगू चालेल? थांब एक मिनिट. I'll have to see where your question is. काय आहे तुझा प्रश्न राजा? चिंतामणी कुठे आहे? थेऊरला.
वैशाली.
In which place Ganesha's name is Chintamani? तू टाइप केलंयस ना? त्रकधूम. मीरा. थेऊर. थेऊरच्या गणपतीचं नाव आहे चिंतामणी गणपती, कारण ते चिंतामणी त्यांनी गळ्यात घातलंय.
वैशाली मावशी.
हा.
वैशाली मावशी.
येस.
त्याचं कितवं नाव चिंतामणी?
ते मला पण माहित नाही. मी बघून सांगू शकते कितवं नाव. म्हणजे गोष्ट 5वी होती. थेऊर हे हा 5वा अष्टविनायक मधला. पण 108 मधला कुठला आहे हे मला पण माहित नाही.
ओके. 7वा 8वा नाही.
पण मी शोधून तुला नक्की सांगेन. ओके, लेट्स ऑल गो म्यूट. We need to go to the next story. Okay, everyone mute please. Yes, Siddharth.
I typed no.
Yes, I can see. You said you don't want a big stomach. I know. I read it. Okay, let's all go mute and let me start with the next story. Now, all of us know that Ganesha was made by Parvati. Parvati actually used the dirt from her body to create an idol into which she put Shakti, and it turned into Ganesha. Now, before she made this idol, she really desired to have a child, a boy. And so it is said that before even she made Ganesha, she went and prayed on top of the mountains. And these mountains had caves in them. And the caves were called the Lineadri caves. And in these caves, Parvati prayed really hard until one day she heard an Akashvani, a sound from the sky, saying that Parvati, when you will create an idol from yourself, will be your son. And Parvati was very happy. And you know that on the 4th day of Bhadrapad of the month, you know, we always say Ganesh Chaturthi. We don't say Ganesh Panchami. We don't say Ganesh Navami. We say Ganesh Chaturthi, right? All of you know that, right? We always say Chaturthi. The 4th day. On the special 4th day of Bhadrapad, Parvati created Ganesha. And she was very happy. And she gave him the power to become her son. And then all of you know the story, that he lived with her, and when Shiva came one day, and when Shiva was not allowed to go inside, and Shiva got angry, he cut off the head. But Before all of that, in the Lenyadri caves, where Parvati meditated, even Ganesha went and lived there for 15 years. And that's how this temple is very famous. And the Lenyadri cave is actually in the mountains where there are many caves. There are 18 caves there. And in one of the caves is the Ganesha, in the Lenyadri caves. In this story, we don't have a different name for Ganesha, because this tells you how Parvati made Ganesha and how she prayed to God to be able to create Ganesha, to get the strength to make and create Ganesha. So from there, we have only 2 more places left before we go back to Moreshwar. So we are going to go to a place called Ozhar. In Ozhar is the Vigneshwar. All of you gave me that name, no? Do you know what is Vigna? Vigna means obstacle, problem. And the one who solves the problem is Vigneshwar or Vigna Harta. Harana means to defeat. So Vigna Harta. So this is the story of Vigna Harta of Ozhar. Now many years ago, there was a king. His name was Abhinandan. Now King Abhinandan was a wonderful king and he took care of all his people in the kingdom. Now, like in many stories and also stories of Krishna, wherein when everybody in the kingdom was worshipping Govardhan mountain, which god got really angry? That, they're not worshipping me, they're worshipping Govardhan. That's
Indra.
right. That's right. Absolutely. Indra. All of you are very smart. Indra. So in the same way, when King Abhinandan, when King Abhinandan was offering his prayers to God, Lord Indra felt, if he succeeds in his prayer and his yajna and his puja, he may become a greater king than me. I should go and spoil his puja. I should go and trouble his people. I should go and destroy his people. So what did Indra do? Indra created a demon. And this demon was supposed to go and trouble everybody and spoil the entire puja. So this demon went and he went and troubled all the people, broke all the houses and stopped all the yajna which was going on. And this Asura was called Vignasur. Vignasur means problem wala Asura, problem demon. To create problem, he was sent. So what did Ganesha do? He went and defeated the demon and asked him to make a promise that anywhere from now, if anybody is offering prayer or if anywhere there's a temple of Ganesha, you will not enter. You will not spoil anything. Make the promise. The demon was defeated. He couldn't do anything. He made a promise, but then he said, okay, I won't go where you are there and I won't disturb and distract and destroy anything. But everybody should take my name before they take your name. Vigneshwar, Vignaharta. Ganesha said, okay, one more name for me. I'm more than happy to have another name. And so Ganesha got the another name, which is Vigneshwar or Vignaharta. And whenever we pray or whenever we are going to do something special, we always hope that there is no Vigna, there is no obstacle, there is no problem in the middle. And finally, we are off to the 8th Ganpati of the Ashtavinayak. You know, children, it's really wonderful that we are all sitting in our houses today. Many of you are too small, so I'm sure you've not gone for the Ashtavinayak Darshan. But through these stories, you're actually getting to travel and see all these Ganeshas in your imagination. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah? Yes, somebody wants to ask me something?
Kabir,
Yes, Kabir?
I have a question.
Yes,
From
dear.
the story before this, Parvati herself was a goddess. Then who did she pray to?
Parvati could pray to Shiva, Parvati could pray to Brahma, and she could meditate to get power. Now, the power of meditation is beyond praying to any god.
Oh.
They say that when you pray and you meditate, people could actually even levitate. They could even float in air.
Oh.
Vaishali auntie, I have another question.
Yes, Vyoma.
My question is on which mountain does Parvati used to pray?
Yeah, it's the Lineadri. Lineadri, which is the seventh of the Ashtavinayak. Now we go to the Mahaganapati of Ranjangaon. Now Ganpati has helped a king. Ganpati came to Parvati. Ganpati helped Vishnu. Ganpati helped Kartikeya. This story is special. That is called Mahaganapati because, take a guess, why did he become so Maha? Who do you think he helped?
Because he helped everyone.
Yes, he helped everyone, but he also helped somebody else. Someone very powerful.
One demon.
Shiva.
Aradhya, bang on, right.
He helped his father.
He helped his father, Lord Shiva. That's right. You all are very, very smart. Now, people say that this is a very important temple because in this place, the son helped his father. Imagine Lord Shiva had to come in and call Ganesha to help him. There was a very, very strong Rakshasa by the name Tripurasura. And Tripurasura just could not be destroyed by anybody. He had the greatest strength, the strength of the mountains, the strength of the skies, and no matter what was done, he couldn't be destroyed. Even with Lord Shiva's trident and Trishula, he couldn't be destroyed. That's when Shiva realized that this can be only done by teamwork, by coming together.
Lord Ganesha.
Yes, he called for Lord Ganesha, who came and he joined hands with his father and they both became one. They became far more powerful and they were able to vanquish, that means to destroy. They were able to destroy this Tripurasura. And so, this place in Ranjangaon, where Tripurasura was destroyed, the father built a temple for his son in appreciation. And this temple was actually built by Shiva himself.
Ma'am, I also want.
And they say that once you finish visiting all these 8 temples, these Ashtavinayak, you don't say bye-bye and you leave. You go back to the first Vinayak, the first Ganesha, the Moreshwar. And then your Ashtavinayak darshan is over. Now I'll tell you a very simple thing. When you go visiting one temple after another in a particular order, it is called a pilgrimage. People say that when you go to the Ashtavinayak, suppose you leave your house and you pack your bags and you tell people, I am going for Ashtavinayak darshan. Kiva mi ata Ashtavinayakala challe. That means that you will leave. You will go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. You will go to all of them, one after the other, in the same order. You will go in the same order. What is the order? The Moreshwar temple. After that, the Siddhatek temple, the Ballaleshwar temple, the Mahad Ganpati, then the Chintamani Ganpati in Theur, the Lineadri caves up the mountain, the Odhar Vigneshwar, and finally Ranjangaon, and you will go back to Moreshwar.
Moreshwar.
Yeah, and they say that you can take a break in the middle. You can go to 4 and then take a break, but no coming back home. You go one after the other to each of the temples. Nobody is telling you that in 2 days only you have to complete Ashtavinayak. That is not the rule. They say when you start, You complete the circle. You do it 1 month, you can be out. But once you leave for Ashtavinayak Darshan, no coming back home. People believe in doing that. But having said that, you can separately go to visit these temples. Huh? It is not like it's not allowed. But if you decide to go for Ashtavinayak, then you do all 8. When I was small, my father would take us to Theur, the Theur temple, very often, because we also love to see the sugar factory. So we would go to the temple, take darshan, look for the Chintamani, feel happy, come out and go to the sugar factory and see how the sugarcane was crushed and turned into sugar. And we used to love that trip. And when I grew up, I also liked going to Maha temple because that was the first time I drove the car and I took my father to the temple. That's why the temple is very, very special to me. That was the first time I drove the car to such a long distance. I haven't been to all the 8 of the Ashtavinayak. I haven't. I've been to some of them. And I hope...
Auntie,
Yes?
I have a question.
I don't know who's asking, but please ask.
How many circles do we have to complete?
1 circle. 1 circle, it is Ganpati 1, Ganpati 2, Ganpati 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when you see all the 8, which is Ashtavinayak, you go back to 1. And then you go home. You don't have to keep going to 1 to 8, 1 to 8, 1 to 8, 1 to 8. Then what will you do? When will you go to school? When will your mamas and daddies go to office? Right? Yes, Kian, you had a question?
Where did Shiva pray?
Shiva prayed in a place called Ranjangaon. Ranjangaon. And that's where he built the temple. Okay. Did you enjoy these stories today?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Enjoyed it very much.
Now I want you to do 3 things. I want you to do 3 things. Okay. I want you to take the help of your parents to show you the real pictures of the Ashtavinayak. That is the first thing. And you will see that all of them look like stone. They are orange in color. It's a stone and you'll have to look for the trunk and the ears. It looks very different from the Ganesha idol that you see. The ears, hand, this, that. You will not see all of that. You will not see so much of jewelry. That is the first thing. Okay? Yes, Aradhya?
I have seen those pictures of Ashtavinayaka.
Yes, if you have, see them again and now relate them to the story, each of them. So now every time you go to the temple, you already know the story. Now the second thing I want you to do is,
Ma'am.
the 10th day of Ganpati, when Ganpati Visarjan you do, I want all of you to try making your own recipe of some modak. You can try whatever. You can make fried modak, you can make steamed modak, you can make peda modak, you can make chocolate modak. You can even take simple chocolate, melt it a little, make a round of it and make it in the shape of a modak. I'm not telling you to make the big modak. Some modak.
To a song class and I say the song of Ganpati, that is Ashtavinayaka song.
Okay. Once I finish this, we'll do that. Okay, just wait.
I don't want to sing because I don't know.
Okay, no problem. And the third thing I want you to do is I want you to ask your grandparents or your parents if they know the story of Ashtavinayak. And if they don't, you are going to tell them the story that I told you today.
Kaka, तुला अष्टविनायकची स्टोरी माहिती आहे?
गार्गीने आताच विचारून टाकलाय, काका तुला अष्टविनायकची स्टोरी माहिती आहे? सो क्यूट. आणि त्याला माहिती नसेल ना, तू नक्की सांग त्याला. आता तुला माहिती आहे?
मला पण नाही माहिती.
अगं आता तर सांगितले सगळे तुला. अष्टविनायक म्हणजे काय? 8 गणपती आणि 8ही गणपतींच्या गोष्टी आताच मी सांगितले की नाही. सोपे असतात. आपल्याला वाटतं खूप मोठी मोठी गोष्ट आहे, छोटे छोटे सुंदर गोष्टी आहेत. आणि मी जसं सांगितलं, the way what I told you is in Katha Mehfil I will post these stories in detail in time to come. Achint, don't worry, the call will not get cut. Very sweet of you to tell me it's 5 o'clock. I've given a little extra time for us. Yes, Siddharth.
I also don't know. एक चित्र में दिसत है. I also don't know what someone. I don't know about Ashwamedha.
Acha, you don't know about Ashtavinayak. You were listening to all the stories now. See, I'll tell you one last time. Ashtavinayak means 8 Ganpatis. When you go and pray and visit these 8 Ganpatis, it is called Ashtavinayak. And you just heard the 8 stories of 8 different Ganpatis and how they got the different names. That's what we did right now. All of you thought the story is going to be so big. It was so simple that you're saying we don't know what is Ashtavinayak. But we just did the story together. Those who all now know the story of Ashtavinayak, unmute your mics and say Ganpati Bappa Moria.
Ganpati Bappa Moria. Ganpati Bappa Moria.
Ganpati Bappa Moria.
Ganpati Bappa Moria. Ganpati Bappa Moria.
Wonderful. Ganpati Bappa Moria. Ganpati has heard all your loud and clear noises and your sounds and your wishes to him. And he's very happy that now you know 8 very new stories that many children don't know. Only you all know, isn't it?
Ma'am, this session was very nice.
Yes.
I have heard only 2 stories because I was late.
And remember, I told you, don't forget to
Ma'am.
make your modak.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Whatever type of modak, okay? And if you want, you can send me pictures also. I like to see your modaks. And I'll tell you mine also.
Vaishali auntie, can I make 2 modaks?
You can make 108 modaks. 1 modak for each name of Ganpati also. But at least make 1 and eat it up. You can share with your brother or sister. Okay. So bye-bye everyone. And
Bye, Vaishali auntie.
bye my dears.
Bye, Vaishali
Bye-bye.
auntie. Vaishali
Oh, I can already see 1 modak.
Bye.
Ravi, masta modak. Meera, bye-bye.
Vaishali auntie.
Vaishali auntie, look, I have made a modak.
Yes, I can see. I saw it already. I wish I could eat it up.
मध्ये एक मेसेज पाठवलाय.
हो का? थांब मी बघते हा. मीरा 1 मिनिट. मला गाणं माहिती आहे, फक्त म्हणता येत नाही. काहीच हरकत नाही. जेव्हा शिकशील ना तेव्हा नक्की म्हण आणि मला पाठव, मी ऐकीन. हा मीरा?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'll see you in 2 weeks' time and keep listening to Katha Mehfil. Keep listening to the stories every day. Bye-bye. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, my darlings. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Ma'am,
Yes,
I have a picture of Ashtavinayak.
you do. Show it to
Yeah.
me if you have it. You have it?
Yeah.
See, Kavya has also drawn a picture of Ganesha.
It is very nice, ma'am.
Now your Ashtavinayak is also beautiful.
I have not made it.
I know, but it's very nice. Kashvi, even your Ganpati is very beautiful. Yeah, it's very nice. Huh? Okay, bye-bye everyone.
Bye.
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 Arey wow, nice Ganpati. Very pretty, very beautiful. And I love so many modaks are there. And the decoration and the curtains are also beautiful. Very nice. मस्त है. Bye bye, Hamsika. I hope you enjoyed.
Yes.
I can see you smile. Yes. Bye, Gargi. You tell the stories to your kaka, okay? Bye bye. Bye, Meera.